All right, so this is our independent practice for 7.10b, 11a, and 11b for our two-step equations. I'm going to start off with solving question number 16, as I see a negative number and a fraction. So those are some things that we were struggling with a little bit. All right, this is page 255. So in this case here, I'll do 16 on a scratch paper. Okay. Number 16. It was negative 17. Plus b over 8 equals to 13. All right, so our first step would be to write out our to isolate b over 8, to write out our first step, we're going to do the opposite of subtraction. So I'll put first underneath, I'll draw a line here. All right, and then our second step. Okay. So our first step would be to do the opposite operation, all right? So the opposite operation of subtracting 17 would be to add 17 to both sides of the equal sign, okay? The 17s cancel out, and we're left with b over 8. Is equal to 30. So the 17s cancel out, they won't come down to the second step. We just bring the b over 8 down, and then we bring whatever the sum is of 13 and 17, which is 30. Next, in our second step, we're going to do the opposite of dividing by 8. The opposite of dividing by 8 would be to multiply by 8. Okay? And what we do to the left side of the equation, we got to do to the right side. All right? So we're going to multiply both of these sides of the equation by 8. What happens is these two 8s cancel out, and we're left with b is equal to 30 multiplied by 8. Okay, the second step got a little bit too close to the 8 here, but remember, this is just 8 times 30. So 30 times 8, 8 times 0 is 0, 8 times 3 is 24. So b, ladies and gentlemen, is equal to 240. All right, so this is our answer right here. All right, let's double check our work. Let's put 240 back into our original equation. All right, so if we have negative 17 plus 240 divided by 8, does that equal to 13? All right, well, let's find out. What's 240 divided by 8? So 8 goes into 24 3 times. 8 goes into 0 0 times. Okay, so we got 30 here. In this case, 24 over 240 over 8 is equal to 30. So we can rewrite this equation as negative 17 plus 30 is equal to 13. Okay? Well, let's figure that out. What is 30 minus 17? Okay? 7 minus 0, we can't do that. We borrow from our neighbor. Okay? Carry the 1 back to the 0. 10 minus 7 is 3. 2 minus 1 is 13. Class, does 13 equal 13? Yes. Okay? So this is how we double check our answer. All right? So the correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, is b equals 240, and we double checked our work here. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit. So what we did here was I figured if I plug in 240 for b, which I did into our original equation, negative 17 plus 240 is equal to 13. The first step was to determine what is 240 divided by 8. 8 goes into 240 30 times, okay? Because 8 goes into 24 3 times. 24 minus 24 is 0. Bring down our last 0. 8 goes into 0 0 times, so it becomes 30. We replace 240 over 8 by 30. Negative 17 plus 30 equals 13. We double check this by doing 30 minus 17. 0 minus 7, we can't do that, so we borrow from our neighbor. We cross off the 3, it becomes a 2. We bring a 1 back. 10 minus 7 is 3. 2 minus 1 is 13. So 13 equals 13 is true. All right, that's how we check our answer here. So that's how we would solve question number 16. The answer is B is equal to 240. All right, hope this video helps, and I'll see you on the next video.